Hello and welcome to the video presentation of Carley Valentine's final project for corporate finance. This is a financial analysis of a company called Annie's Incorporated, and we will start with a brief history of the company. Annie's is a domestic company that specializes in the health foods production industry. It was founded in 1989 with the goal of providing healthy, natural, and organic foods that have the same delicious taste that consumers love. Annie and her husband Andrew, co-founders, set out to first perfect the natural macaroni and cheese. The focus was on avoiding all chemical additives and using ingredients that were naturally sourced. This macaroni and cheese took off immediately after hitting shelves in 1989 and has grown to be the number 2 selling boxed macaroni behind Kraft Foods. Annie's managed to offer at least one new product every year. This helped them quickly become a nationally recognized brand. In 1996, Annie's was outgrowing its financial resources. They partnered with a direct public offering service in San Francisco and sold 600,000 shares for a total of $3.6 million. Also gained capital through investment by a company called Homegrown Holdings. They purchased 1 million shares at $2 a share, thus providing Annie's with even more capital to use toward product line expansion and marketing development. Annie's product development strategy has consistently relied on the hope that customers truly care about what their food is made of. This has proven to be successful, as Annie's consumers have demonstrated that they are willing to pay the expense for the natural and organic ingredients. Annie's is extremely dedicated to giving back to the community. Today, Annie's has several programs to enrich and further society. They give grants to create gardens at schools, offer scholarships to agriculture students, participate in volunteering efforts that will enrich the community, and have several partners that work towards the sustainable use of Earth's natural resources. Next, we will take a look at the financial analysis of Annie's. Annie's became a publicly traded company on March 28th of 2012. They are traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol BNNY. Let's take a look at the value line report for Annie's to gain more information about their financial position. The first element of the value line report is the timeliness ranking. This tells a potential investor how well the stock price is expected to do in the next 6 to 12 months. Annie's timeliness ranking is a 3, which equates to average. The 3 ranking also shows that Annie's stock price is not extremely volatile, increasing the perceived safety of the investment. For Annie's report, the analyst commentary is mostly an overview of the business that they conduct and the industry they participate in. Recent acquisitions are also listed, but there is not much in this section that would give a whole lot of insight into Annie's situation. This is a result of a lack of historical data for Annie's. Much of the value line report for Annie's is not extremely robust, as it has only been listed for 2 years. This is true for the financial estimates section of the value line. Annie's has an estimated earnings per share of $1.13, which is low compared to its competitors. This low earnings per share could be due to the short amount of time that Annie's has been trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Another estimate that Annie's does have in the financial estimates section is average annual P/E ratio. Annie's is 32.4, which is high compared to the industry average. This high P/E ratio for Annie's is most likely due to its recent listing, as well as its low earnings per share. As the denominator in the P/E ratio equation, the lower your earnings per share are, the higher your P/E ratio will be. There is no data included on the value line for historical financial data, annual rate of change, target price range, or projections. To find any real trends in a company's information, there needs to be at least 3 to 5 years of data, which Annie's does not have at this point. There are other financial ratios that can be observed to gain insight into Annie's financial standings. One of the ratios with the most insight to offer is current ratio. This is found by dividing current assets by current liabilities. For Annie's, this ratio is equal to 3.46. This means that they have almost 3.5 times more assets than liabilities. Annie's keeps very little debt in their capital structure. This creates stability in the company, making it more liquid. This also incorporates less risk into the company. Another ratio that can be discussed is the receivables turnover ratio. This indicates how quickly the company receives what is owed to them. Annie's has a 33-day ratio, showing that just over a month of sales are still outstanding. This runs with that of the industry, which is a sign of health and revenue management skill in the company. The organics industry as a whole can be explored to gain more information about the financial future of Annie's. As you can see from the graph, the industry has experienced growth in large sales dollars in the past years. This chart also demonstrates how well the organic foods industry rebounded from the recession in 2007. This information is promising as the future of the industry looks bright. As a potential investor, there is a lot to consider with Annie's Incorporated. Annie's is currently celebrating 25 years and is held to the purpose of being a provider of natural and organic foods. Using the value line statement, investment conclusions can be drawn. The timeliness ranking of Annie's is average, showing that the stock will perform but is not expected to be extremely volatile or risky. The earnings per share for Annie's Incorporated is low compared to its competitors, but has been at a steady increase since its listing. Annie's P/E ratio has actually dropped significantly since 2012, where it was 60.4. This is most likely because Annie's was just listed on the stock market and could not give its investors significant earnings immediately. As can be observed from a visit to the grocery store, the organics industry has experienced consistent growth. Taking all of this into account, I would advise investment in this company. Evaluating their performance before being listed shows that Annie's has had a long-running history of success in the market, and this will be shared with their stockholders in the future.